guys, welcome back for another video. We're in the garage again, got the wood stove fired up. We're working on the twin supercharged Foxbody build once again. So like I said, I don't know exactly how I'm going to structure a lot of these videos because there is so much to do. But today I just wanted to show you what we have going on, what we're doing. I'm saving up to get floor pans again because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that's like what I feel like is the beauty of YouTube, is I can be completely honest and feel like I connect with you guys, and I don't have money for floorboards right now. So I'm saving up for that, so I'm doing stuff that I can do until I can afford to buy those. If you saw the last video on the Foxbody, we stripped all the sound deadening out of the floor and we found a really ugly patch that I cut out. There's some rust there, so we're gonna take care of some of that. I'm gonna talk about this section right here first. So we cut this out of the roof. You can see that somebody looked like they welded it shut at one point in time, and just a really bad rust spot. So we cut that out of here. I'm gonna insert some pictures right here. That's what we did. So we're basically recreating that piece of metal. And it kind of sucks because up in this area of the roof, there's like lots of different curves and bends. It goes a lot of different directions. So this is probably like one of the most complicated spots. If it was rusted more down here, it'd be nice and easy, flat, cut and dry, nice and easy to do. This, not so much. So what you're looking at right now, what you just saw in the pictures, this is about 3 hours of work. I'm gonna flip the camera over and show you about how close we are. So you can see it's not perfect yet. I got some low spots right here, and a lot of what you're seeing has to do with how these magnets are holding this. If I can do this here, if I take one of them and I put it in the center, I can kind of adjust it, and then you can see that it's actually pretty close to what we need. Not exact, but it's getting there. And I'll have someone hold this just with one magnet when I tack it in. The goal though is to have as little Bondo as possible. So I want this to be really close. You can see kind of down on the bottom, I have a little bit of a high spot. This end over here, this skinny end, needs to come up. But yeah, this will get welded in there, and then we will have to skim coat that with Bondo. But I got a lot of different angles going on. So like I said, this is about 3 hours worth of bending and grinding and nicking little pieces of this off.
Many minutes later.
You can see I had to cut a relief right there to get a little bit of a curvature on that. Underneath here was pretty solid. I knocked out the 2 spots that were not solid. I'll fill these in as well, and then we'll use that Pour 15 product over the top. But yeah, so that is kind of where that patch is coming in. You can see just how ugly this was before. Then we'll get this welded in here just like that. Bruh. You a good shop dog? Or are you a bad shop dog? Boop. Foxbody? Twin supercharge? All right, couple other things we're planning for the Fox. I got this hood right here, which was from a 79 to 82, which is kind of the look I'm going for on this car. So I'm not keeping it all original. Obviously, we're putting 2 superchargers on it, so I'm not worried about that. Like I said, the interior isn't gonna be stock either by any means. We're going for a street strip kind of application, so I don't really give a shit about keeping it original. But you can see I have this electrical tape laid out. I'm gonna flip you guys around and kind of explain what my plan is for this hood. So you can see it kind of already has like a small cowl in it, but I'm gonna end up cutting where this tape line is all the way up over there on both sides and making my own cowl hood. The reason for that is there are no cowl hoods out there that I have found that are wide enough for our superchargers to go in there, because I have a rough idea of where they're gonna get mounted. Again, these are gonna be remote mounted superchargers, meaning there's a plate under them, superchargers on top, intercooler piping into a carb hat on the intake. So the idea is gonna be that the superchargers sit just above the valve covers. So if I grab it, oh, it's heavy. Oh, be nice to have help sometimes. There's gonna be one blower on each side, kind of like this. Obviously it'll be set farther back, but you get the idea. So the cowl has to be wider than what I can find. And I think it'll actually look kind of cool because we're gonna have like a dual cowl effect. And then, so basically what I'll have to do is cut this and then take a pie shape and put it through so that bumps up, and then we'll have to do a little bit of Bondo work with that as well. But this hood already needs some help. What do you think, you guys? I don't know if I want to put the 79 through 82 Mustang logo back in here or shave this and just make it smooth and paint over it. So let me know what you think about that. Stove warm, Doug? Is that stove warm? Is that why you're sitting by it? We got a nice little fire going in there. Oh yeah, good fire. Yeah, guys, so that's where we're at. I'm not doing a ton of super exciting stuff right now. It's a lot of planning to get to the actual stuff that we need to do. And like I said, I'm saving money for those floorboards. Then we'll show you how to weld those in there and coat the floor and the whole inside of the car. And then we'll put it up on the rotisserie, because when I'm crawling around in here coating the floor and the headliner and stuff like that, I don't want it up in the air where I could potentially fall. So I've been dealing with some of that stuff. One of the things I really like, you guys, is this is incredibly simple in here. These cars were not complicated at all. I'm gonna insert a picture right here. That is a modern RAV4 that I was putting a heater box in, and it was just awful. Like, I just don't understand why shit had to get so complicated. This is so nice to work on. And I mean, I do know why the stuff got so complicated, but people ask me all the time, like, how do you go home and work on your car? And it's like, you know what? Sometimes I don't want to. The Mazda pickup sat in here forever because that was kind of like a normal project. You know, it was like being at work. This isn't like that. It's simpler, and it's more of an extension of your personality. This is a dream of mine, you guys. I've always wanted to have a Foxbody, specifically a 4i Foxbody. So to finally get to work on one and see it progressing, even if it's slow, is really cool. Here's a really quick shitty representation of why we need that cowl. So this is my radiator, my intercooler. The superchargers are gonna be right here and right here. These are supposed to be valve covers. So anyway, what's going to happen is these superchargers are going to be sitting on a steel plate, which is going to have a heater core under it for an external cooling system, which is this dotted line. So there'll be a pump right here, an external pump, and there'll be a water-cooled system that runs through here. But you can see that the intercooler piping goes from the intercooler up to the supercharger, and then it's going to go into a carb hat. So I have found a K&N carb hat that has 2 inlets. And so you can see we're going to need that cowl hood because the superchargers are remotely mounted. So instead of the cowl being here, we need it to be out here. Again, this is just a really rough idea, just so you guys can kind of see it and so I can keep track of what I'm doing. I probably have 10 of these laying around, but just to give you a better idea. Trump. So I thank you guys. I just wanted to give you a little update on some of that stuff that we got going on. Other than that, you guys, I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. We're getting close, you guys. Get us to 500 subscribers, 500, and we're giving you another tool. Be on the lookout. Next couple videos, we're going to do unusual mechanic hacks that make your life easier. We're also going to do a review of the new 2020 Camry TRD and the 2020 Avalon TRD. Haven't decided if it's going to be like both cars in the same video or if we're going to do 2 separate videos. Don't know yet, but be on the lookout for that. I'm really excited to drive those cars, as well as the Coke and Mentos in the Avalon before she gets sent to the junkyard. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so that you are notified every time we upload a video. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.